surprising things happen in nature. Let's get it on. Look at these animals. They don't look like chicks that just hatched from their eggs, do they? But the good-natured hen takes care of them in the same way she would take care of her own children. She takes them under her wing and warms them with her body. Do you think the poor little bunnies were left alone and that's why the hen decided to take care of them? Not at all. It's actually more complicated because here is their mother.
Mom!
Nonchalantly having lunch while the hen takes care of the baby bunnies. The farmer has even tried to re-establish order, but the biological mother shamelessly escapes from the horde of little rabbits. She seems to have decided to entrust her parental duties to the hen, with the exception of feeding. A very strange story, don't you think? But if the hen is raising rabbits, who takes care of the chicks? Surely not this eagle.
No!
You can see right away that the eagle knows something is wrong. The author of these images decided to conduct an experiment and swapped eggs from different nests. The hen again showed no mercy, but the eagle was not fooled. For you to understand her bewilderment, this is what her babies look like, and suddenly she has to take care of some weird yellow chicks. However, many birds reject the offspring of other birds. For example, this American robin already knew that the egg had been switched and simply threw the imposter out of the nest. Yeah, nature can be cruel at times. These beautiful Dalmatians also suffered because of nature. Sisters Indigo and Bindi have been deaf since birth. As babies, they were taken to the Free-to-Be Wild Animal Rehabilitation Center in Zimbabwe, and after receiving lots of love and care, they have now adopted a local animal in need themselves. Just look at their unusual pet. Indigo and Bindi's best friend is a zebra, which is several times bigger than the Dalmatian sisters together. The zebra arrived at the shelter after her mother was killed by a lion. Frightened and confused, the animal wandered into the city when it was found. The Dalmatians have gladly taken on the role of parents to the zebra, accompanying it everywhere and preparing it for an independent life. By the way, originally Dalmatians were bred to accompany horse-drawn carriages. Maybe that's the secret? What do you think of this adorable couple? It seems that primates can't resist the charm of felines. And it's true not only for humans. Look at this. Isn't this how you stroke your pet when you get home? The staff at the Bambalala Vervet Monkey Rehabilitation Center, South Africa, have long enjoyed this amusing sight. On one occasion, a pair of ginger cats got into the cage with the vervet monkeys through the drainage holes. And it seems the monkeys were waiting for something like this. Since then, they've been taking care of the cats, cleaning their fur and protecting them. What do they get in return? The same as you and me. Researchers believe that petting cats reduces stress levels in primates. The following images will take your stress away for at least 2 months. Here's a bunch of silly kittens and a mama cat raising an orphaned baby squirrel. At this age, it looks more like a mouse, but the cat doesn't plan to eat it. On the contrary, the baby receives the utmost care. It's licked along with all the other babies, or maybe even more, and the kittens share their toys with it. But the little squirrel takes care of its food on its own. Look at the dexterity with which it nimbly makes its way to get its milk ration among the much larger kittens. Beware, now you may faint from cuteness. The squirrel's even allowed to bite the cat's ears. The baby squirrel also sleeps cuddling with its new family. You think it'll learn to meow someday? If so, it'll have to meet this duck who will soon start talking like a dog. The fact is that Lawrence is a very special Indian runner duck. When he was still in his shell, the mother rejected the egg for some reason. The bird was born under a lamp in an incubator, and there was no one to teach him to swim. Lawrence was terribly afraid of water, but then the bird took a liking to Helios, a Labrador retriever, to the point that the duck started living in the house, eating dog food, and following him literally everywhere. At one point, their friendship helped Lawrence overcome his fear.
Eagles are some of the best hunters on the planet. When it's time for brunch, they don't play around. From up above, they strike at the speed of light. And so let's find out what they're capable of as we count down 15 best eagle attacks caught on camera. Number 15. Eagle attacks photographer. A Vancouver Island photographer was left with some cuts and scratches after a pair of eagles took a nosedive straight into her lap this week. Lisa Bell told CTV News she was visiting her friend just north of Qualicum Beach on Friday afternoon when she decided to snap some pictures in the yard. But as she focused her lens on two bald eagles she said were engaged in a mating ritual, the birds suddenly came crashing down to earth. It only took a split second, Bell said. The eagles entwined and proceeded to fall on me. When eagles are courting, they sometimes perform an act known as cartwheeling, where they lock talons and plummet towards the ground before separating at the last minute. In this case, Bell said that the birds of prey didn't quite manage to pull off the maneuver. It's about trust, she said. They're supposed to let go of each other in time before hitting the ground. In this case, they let go, but not in time. The eagles launched off moments later after landing on her lap, and their sharp claws left her with a number of small injuries, including a cut on her finger, 2 puncture wounds on her jaw, and scratches on her arm and chest. But Bell also managed to capture an incredible picture of the birds mid-flight, and for a nature lover like herself, it was more than worth it. "I've got war wounds now. I've got stories to tell my grandchildren," she said. It was phenomenal. One of our subscribers sent us this thumbnail. I don't know about you, but an eagle grabbing an alligator from the ground seems quite the feat, unless of course it's trickery. But the subscriber assured us it was real. What do you think? Do you think this bald eagle has enough oomph to grab this gator and fly away with such ease? Number 14. Eagle attacks wolf. As many of us are forced to work from home